we've talked about how electronics can just be a tool that you use to make a folk song or to make a jazz composition. But in some of these cases, they really put the electronicness, the artificialness and the machineness of the work right at the foreground. Do you think that's just how certain composers end up seeing the world, that they would have done something similar if they were alive 200 years ago? They would have been listening to, the most artificial sound in their time?
I think primitive art and primitive noise has its place and its space in sonic society and the sonic world, as does the most contrived or put together piece of harmonious work. They both have their places in the world. I'll tell you something funny. The very first Phish show I saw, the biggest response that really sent the crowd apeshit was when they brought a Hoover vacuum cleaner out and just turned it on. It's just about a connection. It's not even about the musicianship or the technique or the maybe it was just the sheer balls and the gall of here.
Well, it's kind of a Dada moment too. The fact that they turned it on made it music. The fact that the artist touched it is what makes it art.
Programming the score is like composing for conventional musical instruments, except that notes are replaced by numbers. The computer converts these numbers into impulses that cause sound waves to come directly from a loudspeaker.
Things only get futuristic once you look at what was before you.
Right.
And that's how you approximate what the future is.
And that's exactly, that's what the subtitle is. As you say, people developed it in their time. They weren't futuristic because they were making them then. It's 1951. It's not technically futuristic. It's the present.
Yeah.
Looking back on it, they were using it in a way that 20 years later in children's records they pick them up, or the In Sound From Way Out or whatever. Those things get picked up and turned into retrofuturism, I guess.
So the future is basically the past.